Channel. Today is November. Fuck. It's the Monday after Thanksgiving. Today I had to go and get my 17th round of chemotherapy. I mentioned in my other video last week that, or yeah, I think it was last week, how the chemotherapy is not working, or the immunotherapy and whatever they're doing right now is not working anymore. That's not it's not helping me. So the doctor had told me last week that she was going to get with the other doctors and they were going to come up with a different, a different medication, different routine, whatever it is, a different regimen of medication. So I said, okay, that's fine, whatever. Do what you got to do. I didn't hear back from her. She was supposed to get back at me last week, but I didn't hear from her. So I go today, and the nurse, she comes and she's hooking up my port. She's getting my port all set up and all that shit. And she says, "Did they explain everything to you, or the new medicines and all that stuff that's coming for you?" I said, "No, I didn't ever hear back from the doctor. She never contacted me." And she's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna have to come." She's like, "You're not gonna use the pump anymore." Okay, so I know I showed you the fanny pack that I have. It's a red bag that they give you, red fanny pack. But this is the pump. Pop this motherfucker. Okay, so this shit right here, they call it the lemon, but it's full. It's a lot of pressure. It's under pressure, so the pressure constantly is pushing the chemo medication, and it's going up my shirt, and it comes right here. So it takes 2 days for this thing to empty out. It'll be it's like a smashed lemon when you're done. The pressure pushes everything out. So I have that. I get that every 2 weeks. I get this thing put on. But she's like, "You're not gonna need that no more. We're gonna give you a different. They're giving you a different medication, 2 different medications." So I said, "Okay." She goes, "But you're gonna have to come every week now." So before it was like every 2 weeks. The time before that was like every 3 weeks. So the beginning was like every 3 weeks. Now then it went to every 2 weeks. Now they're giving me 2 different medications that are requiring me to be there. Um, that are requiring me to be there every week. So I gotta go. I think they said Wednesdays, but that starts in like 2 weeks. No, that starts on December 18th. So with that, I don't know what's gonna happen as far as work goes. You know what I mean? Today I'm gonna have to make my calls and shit to disability and find out what's gonna happen with that, because next month my disability's up. You know what I mean? But I did look up online. You can extend disability as long as your doctor says that you can't go back to work. Then your disability can get extended for up to another year. Or there's federal disability, I think it's called. You can get on that, or I think that I can get like Medi-Cal and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I gotta look into it though. But I mean, time's running out now. You know what I mean? I have like maybe a month and a half left, or a month and a week left to figure this shit out. If anything, I don't know. I'll sell my fucking bike. I don't give a shit. The bike is just material shit. So it doesn't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? When it comes to paying bills and shit. So I mean, it is what it is. But so she says, this medication that you're getting, you haven't had it before. So I said, okay. So she's like, well, she goes, I said, well, what are the side effects of this medication? And she said, neuropathy. And I said, well, I already have that. So I'm not worried about that's when my fingers and my feet are all fucked up and tingling. I said, I already have that. So she's like, okay. And then I said, that's it? Just neuropathy? And she's like, no. And hair loss. This stuff makes people's hair fall out. So I said, okay. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, that is a side effect of it, but I don't know. But those are two side effects. The first medication I got, when I first started this shit, I was supposed to get neuropathy then, and I didn't. And there was a second medication they started giving me that gave me the neuropathy. So it doesn't always happen. But if it does, it does. I mean, I don't care. My head, I have tattoos on both sides of my head. I used to be bald for years, so I don't really care. I don't know about losing my fucking eyebrows. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, you know. But it is what it is. I'll just, you know, take some of my wife's fucking fake eyelashes and put them on my eyebrows or something. I don't know. But so yeah, that's what's going on now because they got to get into a more. I have to be more and more like stronger medications, I guess. You know what I mean? Because those are not helping no more. My stomach's still fucked up. So that's what that is. I start on the 18th, and I go every single week. Then they gave me standing orders to go because usually when I go, like I said, okay, like I went today. I usually will go see my doctor not this Friday, but the following Friday. So not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday in a week and a half, I have to go get blood drawn on Wednesday. That way, when I go see my doctor on Friday, they already have the results. With this new shit, since I have to be there every single week, I gotta go get blood drawn every single week. So if I go see the doctor on a certain day, I gotta go 2 days beforehand. So now it's an every week thing. So they just gave me a standing order. I don't have to go over there and collect paperwork from them no more. I just go to the spot right there and tell them, give them my number, and they start drawing the blood and shit like that. I don't have to have the paperwork no more. She's like, you don't have to have it no more. You're gonna have to get blood drawn all the time now. So, you know, like I said before, things are gonna get worse before they get better. You know what I mean? And that's what looks like it's coming now. You know what I mean? The first sessions of chemo helped my liver out, so my liver's still clear as of now. It's been a year. My liver's good. It's the tumor in my esophagus has shrunk down. The same one in my shoulder has shrunk down. It's the ones on my stomach that are not. They're still active. And so now it's a more, I guess, what they call stringent, like routine. Now it's gonna be every week, and getting blood drawn every single week. So, like I said, you know, things are going to get worse before they get better, if they even get better. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like I said before, I'm not worried about it. You know, she told me, I said, okay, well, just let me know. Just give me my date so I can be here to do the things I gotta do. With the fucking neuropathy, though, if that shit happens with my mouth like it was before, where you can't, you know, when you have just a constant bad taste in your mouth, it's like you don't want to eat. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat because nothing tastes good anymore. You know what I mean? So, and if I'm doing that shit every week, because before when I was doing it, it was like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, you know. So once I got the chemo, like just say for instance, I'm on chemo right now and I'm off Wednesday. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I have the neuropathy. I have the issue with my mouth, a lot with my hands and my feet. So, but by Saturday, it starts to wear off. Sunday wears off. And then I have all next week without neuropathy. I can eat whatever I want. Nothing tastes bad. I can eat cold food again, like ice cream or drink cold water instead of drinking or anything that's lukewarm, because you can't drink nothing cold. You can't even put your hands in the refrigerator, in the freezer. You can't touch nothing cold. You have to wear gloves constantly, so. But I would have a week without that. But it seems like now, if that side effect does affect me with this new medication that they're gonna give me, I'll be like that constantly, and that's when you start to lose all the fucking weight again. So I've gained like 20 pounds, 15, 20 pounds. I've gained in the last couple months. But if that shit starts happening, then I'll start to fucking lose it again, because you don't want to eat. Nothing tastes right, And so even now, food doesn't taste right to me. It doesn't taste the same. You know what I mean? But I still eat. But I usually only eat like once a day. Actually, I'm kind of fucking snacking on shit right now because I haven't really ate all day. So I like olives. That tastes the same to me. I don't know if it's because of the vinegar or what, but it's already gonna be 2 o'clock, and I ate like a little breakfast sandwich from Starbucks this morning at like 9 o'clock this morning before I went to the doctor. And I won't really eat until I have dinner. I'll fuck around with these olives and that's it. I'll have dinner and that's all. I'll eat dinner. I'm just hoping that I don't get that shit again. I'd rather lose my fucking hair than have the neuropathy. I'll tell you that. The neuropathy's no joke. It's hard to sleep. You don't want to eat, and everything tastes fucking bad. And you're constantly having issues with your hands. My hands will go like they'll just do like that. They'll spaz up on me and shit. So my toes. But again, it is what it is, man. I gotta go through this shit to see if I'm gonna get any better. I think it's. Let me see. I can't remember the date, but I'm having a ugly Halloween party. Ugly Christmas sweater party. December 16th, I think, here at my house, which is Saturday. So I think the 18th is when I do my first new batch of chemo. So the 2 days after that, I'll go and get my new chemotherapy. But like I said, it is what it is, man. We keep on moving. Nothing stops. I just gotta make my phone calls and try to, figure the financial part of it out. You know what I mean? That's the main part of figuring things out, is the financial part of it. You gotta figure that shit out. So, but other than that, so I did all my shit today. I went down, did my chemo. I had to go to the pharmacy, to the CVS, to pick up medication. For me, and then my wife has medication that I had to pick up. So like 3 prescriptions I had to pick up. So I go to the CVS, and I got there about 12:50. They're at lunch, so they don't come back until 1. So I'm standing in the line. There's 2 people there before me, old lady and an older guy. And so they see me standing in the line, so they get up and they stand in front of me, which is cool. They were there before me. So we're standing there waiting. It's like 12:55. More people come, they're behind me. And then I can hear somebody coming from the front of the store. And I can tell it's a black lady. You can hear all the way I was in the back by the pharmacy. I can hear, I can see over the shelves. So if I turn around, I can see over all the shelves. I'm 6'5". I can see over all the shelves. I can see the front door. So I hear her, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of my way! Get the fuck out of my way!" That's what caused me to turn. I turn around and I look, and I can see her. I can see a black bandana, a woman with a black bandana on her head, like Aunt Jemima style, like a fucking pirate. So I can see her coming, and then she's saying, "Hey, get the fuck out of my way!" And there's people walking down these aisles. I'm in this aisle. She's in the aisle over here. Okay, so I can see people walking in front of her. They're coming toward the pharmacy, and she's telling, "Get the fuck out of my way! I need my medicine. I don't feel good. Get the fuck out of my way! I'm telling you right now. You better get the fuck out of my way." And these people, these other women, just step to the side, like, "Oh shit!" Like, okay, like I'm like, "Nah, man, like." I'm not in the mood for this shit. Not right now. You know what I mean? I just got this fucking news from the doctors. Just got chemo right now, and I'm not in the mood to be dealing with this fucking shit right now. So I'm like, please don't say nothing to me. You know, don't say nothing. You can say whatever you want to anybody else. I don't give a shit. But if you mouth out to me, that's gonna be a fucking problem. You know. So I'm just standing there, and then, like I said, there's an older lady and an older guy, and then there's me. Well, she comes around the corner. She's like, "Get the fuck out of the way! Get the fuck out of the way!" And she walks in front of that dude, and the older dude, he kind of like he was a Samoan or some shit. He was a bigger guy. He's like turned around and looked at me, and I was like, well, I ain't got shit to say. So she goes and sits down in a chair where they do the blood pressure shit. She sits right there, and she throws her shit on the floor, and she's still talking, still running her fucking mouth. And then she says, "Man, it smells like somebody took a shit over here." Who was sitting over here? It smells like somebody took a shit over here. And I'm just like, fuck. And she's like, "I need my medication. I don't feel good. I'm hurting. I feel like throwing up." And it's like, nobody gives a fuck what you're going through, man. You know what I mean? Bitch, I got cancer. You're already talking about you don't feel good. Get the fuck out of here. She's talking about she had something. She had a sprained rib or some bullshit, and she had a fever. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you got. You know what I mean? So she's still running her mouth. Then she gets up, goes around the corner, gets a water, comes back, sitting in the chair, talking shit still. She puts 3 chairs together and she lays across them. And she's like, she says, "I know how this looks, but I don't give a fuck." But nobody's saying nothing to her. Nobody gives a fuck what you're doing, you know? She's running her mouth. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm just ignoring her. And then she's like, "Oh, I gotta vomit." And she gets up, she's walking, pacing right there. I'm like, ugh. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Like, open the fucking gates already, man, so we can figure out what's gonna happen. Because I'm thinking, like, when they open these gates, if she runs up to the front, she's gonna start a problem. You know what I mean? Because there's already like 7 people in this line, and she came after everybody. So if she tried to jump up in the front real quick because she feels that she's better than everybody, there's gonna be a fucking problem. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say anything to her because I know the fucking lady, the white lady in front. I can already tell that Karen's about to come on her. You know what I mean? I know she wants to say something. You know what I mean? And I again, there's a big ass Samoan dude there, so I think, you know, he was already like, "Fuck this bitch," you know. So I know she's not gonna jump in front of them. You know what I mean? But I don't give a fuck what she does to them. As long as she don't say anything to me, or she doesn't do nothing to me, or try to put her hands on me, that I don't give a fuck. You know. But in my mind, I'm already fucking preparing myself. Like, okay, if this bitch says something to me, and I'm gonna say something to her, and if she tries to come at me, I'm just gonna kick this bitch in her chest. If she thinks she needs pain medication now, she's really gonna need it. I don't give a shit. She's a woman. You know what I mean? This bitch just came in here like she ran shit, and she's gonna get her medication before everybody else, and you know she's better than everybody else. And I'm like, I don't fucking think so, man. You know, I'll kick you in your fucking chest and grab my medication and walk the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I'm not in the mood for that shit. You know, so I'm just like waiting. Finally, the little gates open up, and I'm just waiting to see what she does. Well, she just sits there. The white lady goes to one counter, the Samoan dude goes to another counter, and then they call me to the other one. So, well, the Samoan guy walked away. I go up there, and giving my medication, and she's explaining because it's a different medication that they're giving me for pain. So they would just tell me, don't mix this with this other shit that you're taking because you get all fucked up off that. You know, you get really drowsy. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I won't do it. Like, well, this bitch over here starts yelling, excuse me, from the fucking chairs. She's trying to yell for these two women that are at the counters, at the registers, to stop what they're doing and listen to her. So she's yelling across the thing, excuse me. And they're ignoring the fuck out of her. Like, fuck you, man. And I'm not looking over there because I'm, like I said, so I look over, she says something, she's gonna get kicked in the chest. So I'm just like, I'm not saying nothing, I'm just like, just give me my shit, I'll pay for it so I can get out of here, you know? So we're done. When we're finishing up, she walks around to the other side and goes to the high counter where the pharmacy people are right there. And she's up there just running her fucking mouth that she needs her medication, this and that. So they give me my shit, I'm gone. I thought about staying for a moment just to see what the hell was gonna happen because like shit's about to go down over here. This lady's fucking crazy. But I'm like, nope. Let me get out here and let me go to the fucking market. I don't want to deal with this bullshit. So yeah, that's my little adventure with these ghetto motherfuckers that again, like I said in my other video, they live down the street in the fucking low-income apartment complexes over there and shit. And sometimes you just gotta deal with these motherfuckers, you know. But anyways, that's the update on this shit. New chemo, new side effects, chemo once a week, and I won't know until 3 weeks from now, 2.5 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, how this shit's gonna affect me, what's it gonna do to me. And you know, I see the people that are there, the people that I sit with every time I go on there, and how I watch them little by little deteriorate, get skinnier and skinnier. Or you know, everybody in there, most everybody in there ain't got no hair. So I think like, okay, well, is this what's coming for me now? You know what I mean? This is what I gotta deal with now. If so, well, I gotta deal with it. It is what it is. I don't tell these fucking videos for people to feel sorry for me because I don't feel sorry for me. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me before I go through. I just take it the way I take life the way that it comes. You know what I mean? Whether it's this shit or anything else, you know, I take it the way it comes, and I sit down and I think about it, and I start trying to put a game plan together, what I'm gonna do and how I deal with these things. You know what I mean? But you know, for people, for anybody out there that's going through, that found out recently that they have cancer, or they're going through it. You know, I've said it before. This is just a mind game. You gotta get your mind right. You know what I mean? If your mind is weak, well, then your body's gonna be weak. You know, you'll give up. You know, and my mind's never been weak. You know, and but that has to do with my upbringing and the people that raised me. You know, to be a strong person. For people that didn't live that kind of life, you know what I mean? You have to just learn how to be strong. Anybody will tell you that's dealing with cancer, you know, except a child, but a grown adult, you know, they'll tell you it's a mind game. Your mind is not going to beat the cancer. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying it's like you don't have to walk around depressed and shit, and crying and sniveling about it, because you know what, that doesn't help you either. You got to just, you know, focus on moving forward and just dealing with it as it comes. You know what I mean? You're gonna deal with some pain. You're gonna deal with sleepless nights. You might lose your hair. The side effects might fuck you up forever, like, you know, your hands and shit and your feet. But you know, It is what it is. What the fuck? What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? There's nothing that you can do. You can't do anything. Prayer ain't helping. I'll tell you that right now. It don't help. Okay, I have my firm beliefs on that shit. I believe that that your life, whatever happens, is your destiny, and that was what you are, where you are supposed to be at that moment for a reason. You know what I mean? I am right here, right now, going through this shit for a reason, and it was meant to be that way. Anything that happens was meant to be that way. It was meant for me to go through this shit. I don't know if it's to help other people to deal with it. I don't know what the reasons are. You know what I mean? I don't think you'll ever really know the reasons why shit happens. It just happens. You know what I mean? So that's the way I feel. And you can believe that whether it's you believe in destiny or you believe in religion, you believe in Christianity. Christians say it themselves all the time. Your God already knows your life. So if he knows your life, then he already knew what you were going to go through. He already knew that you were going to have cancer. He already knew that you were going to die in a car. He already knew these things. And for people that just don't seem to understand that you can't change anything, because if you can change it without the God you believe in knowing about it, then he doesn't know everything. So then he's not a God because he doesn't know everything. You see what I mean? So if you're a Christian, those are the things you believe in, that God knows everything. He knew if you were going to change your life. He knew if you were going to get cancer. He knew if you were going to beat cancer. He knew how long you were going to have cancer. All these things, it's like they say, it's the book of life. It's written. Your life is written. There's nothing you can do. You can't change it, and you can't fool him. Okay? So if I'm going to survive this, then that's the way it's supposed to be. If I'm going to die from it, then that's the way it's supposed to be. But that was already written. He already knows that. But me personally, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm just saying that because Christians, they want to pray for you and pray for you. Your prayers ain't helping me. You know what I mean? I would rather you just tell me good luck, you know what I mean? Than to be praying for me. But hey, if you want to pray for me, that's fine. To me, it's like, okay, well, at least they're thinking about me, and that's good for me. I appreciate that. I appreciate people that I don't even know thinking about me. You know what I mean? But my thing is destiny. This is my destiny. I was supposed to be here right now dealing with this shit that I'm dealing with right now, and that's the way it's gonna be. You know what I mean? I cannot change that. So there's no need for me to cry over it. There's no need for me to just lay down. Fuck it. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep going until I can't take it no more. Until my body can't take it no more, or the cancer just it takes its toll. It is what it is because I'm gonna go there anyway. So I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned with the fucking neuropathy. This is terrible. But anyway, that is the update of what's happening. We'll see what happens next month. I'm on this shit right now. I'll take this off on Wednesday. It's the last time I'll have it. I won't need this fucking fanny pack no more. I will not be like this no more. I'll take my chemo. I'll be there. I go once a week, and I'll sit there for like 2-3 hours. At this it. They'll pump that shit in me for 2-3 hours, and then I'm off for the rest of the week. I go back to the following week. But now it's every single week I gotta be there. Every single week I gotta go get blood drawn. So it's probably like Monday, I do chemo. Thursday I do my blood. That way when I go back on Monday, they already have the results from the blood, so they can see what's going on. So I gotta go like every week. So probably I think it's gonna be like Thursdays to get blood drawn, and Mondays to go to chemotherapy every single week. So we'll see what's gonna happen as far as the work thing goes. I don't think she's gonna release me though. So that I gotta figure that shit out. But again, what do? Keep on fucking moving. You know what I mean? You keep on trucking. It is what it is. I wonder if you guys noticed this shit here. This new microphone. The other day I did a video. I'm trying to download it. I'm having issues with downloading the fucking thing. I've been using 2 microphones, one for me and one for my wife. But what's going on here, and I don't know why. I'm not into all this technical shit, but I kind of think maybe this is what it is. If anybody knows, you can help me out. But I have two microphones plugged into the laptop. Her microphone will be at 100, and mine, for some reason, will go down to 60%. I'll pull hers out, and then I can raise the value of mine to 100%. When I put it back in, then hers will go down to 60%. I don't know why. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's this. I need like some kind of soundboard where I can plug that into the laptop, plug the two microphones in, and then I have the adjusters. I can adjust the volume on both of them. I'm thinking that's what it is. But a partner of mine, my neighbor, told me that he bought this microphone for his son. This one is more for podcasting. So there's like 4 different settings on it. And one setting is to be talking in front of it. The other setting is to be talking right here and then somebody in front of me. So you're having a discussion with somebody. The other one is to be talking with 2 people on the sides. And then there's the circle where it's the whole thing. Anybody talking in a certain area right here, it'll pick up the voices. So I'm only dealing with one volume. I don't have to deal with 2. But anyways, I mean, that's what I think as far as the other 2 microphones, because they're good microphones, and but it's not working right. One's higher than the other, and that's why I sound so low in some of the videos. And then I try to download it. I've tried to download it like 3 times, and the voices are off, like way off, like 5-10 seconds off. So I'm trying to figure that shit out too. I think maybe the video is just way too long. I think once I go over like 35 minutes, it starts to do that shit. But anyways, that's the video for today. I'm all good. New chemo regimen. See what happens from there. And I'll let you guys know when I head back to the doctors next month. I'll give another update on that shit. But like I said, to anybody that's going through this shit or just finding out about it, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up in the comments and leave me a message, or hit me up on Instagram. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. Actually, there's 2 Instagrams. One says Chicano Style Bikers. The other one says Chicano Style Bikers 1. The one that has the 1 at the end of it is just a backup page. So you don't have to go to that one. Go to the one that just says Chicano Style Bikers. And that's where you can buy the merch. And that's where you can leave me messages right there. I don't know the name of the TikTok. My wife knows the name. She's the one who deals with that TikTok shit. I don't do it. And then I have a Facebook too. Same thing, Chicano Style Backers. So you can hit me on my Facebook. So if you have any questions, go ahead and get at me. I'll answer your questions. Shit. As far as what I know, I've been dealing with it for a year now. And like I said, you got to get your mentality right. You know what I mean? It's a mental game. You know what I mean? If your mind's weak, you're gonna be weak. So get your mind right. Know that you can't change shit. Things are gonna happen the way they're gonna happen, no matter what. No matter how many times you pray or how many times other people pray for you, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. That's the way it's supposed to be. You know, get past all the other shit. Don't get that shit stuck in your head that if you believe in religion, don't let that get stuck in your head thinking like, okay, I keep praying, I'm gonna go to church, I keep praying, I'm gonna get cured. That's not the way it works, man. That's not the way it works. You know what I mean? If that's the case, then everybody would be cured. Unless the ones that die were not deserving of that. And that just sounds pretty shitty if you say that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you survived because you were praying. They were praying. They survived, but it's because they weren't worthy. Or, God had a different plan for them. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? My opinion on religion is, it's just, to me, it's bullshit, And, I don't know if I ever said it in any of my videos, man, but the way that I feel, if I die from this shit, and I go somewhere and there's actually a God there, he's gonna have to fucking beg me for forgiveness because I didn't deserve all this shit. There's kids that don't deserve this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the cancer. I'm talking about all the shit that I had to go through my life from the fucking very beginning. You know what I mean? I didn't deserve all that shit. And I don't deserve the shit. Well, I deserve the shit I'm going through right now. I would say that. for my own wrongdoings. You know what I mean? But the other things in my life, I didn't deserve all that. You know what I mean? There's no fucking lesson in that kind of shit. So, like I said, and if it's full of motherfuckers like that, if there's a heaven, I don't want to go there. I want to be with my fucking people. You know what I mean? I want to be with the fucking scoundrels. I don't want to be with the fucking goody goodies. I'm not trying to be a goody goody. And I don't want to be around those kind of fucking people. You know, I want to be around the people that are like me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's the way that I feel. There's a God. He's going to have to beg me for forgiveness. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up on IG, Facebook. You can leave a comment here. And if you want to order merch, it's on my IG. Got some new shirts going to be coming out pretty soon. I'll put up a picture of them probably next week on one of my videos so people can see what they look like. Anyways, thank you guys for following. I appreciate it. I'm past my 1,000, so you don't have to worry about all that shit no more about me. You know, I still want subscribers, of course, but I already hit that 1,000, and that's why that was my goal. So we'll see what happens from here. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll be talking to you guys later on.